What if I tell you the river you played by as a child holds the key to a world beyond your imagination? Stay tuned to find out. Wait, before we continue, please subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming stories, inspiring Africa tale. Now let's continue the story. It was a quiet night, the kind that thickened the air with secrets and silenced the world in reverence. The river, known to the villagers as the Moonlit River, shimmered under the silver light of the full moon. The water was a luminescent ribbon, reflecting the celestial dance above. Standing at the riverbank was a young woman named Amara, her face a canvas of sorrow and longing. Her eyes were locked on the water's surface, searching for something or someone hidden within its depth. The villagers spoke of the river in hushed tones, whispering of its mystical properties. They believed that on nights like this, when the moon was full and the world was still, the river transformed into a bridge between worlds. It was said that spirits of the dead could cross the river, if only briefly, to visit those they had left behind. Tonight, Amara's heart was heavy with hope and grief as she sought to reconnect with her mother, whom she had lost long ago. Amara hadn't visited the river in years, not since her mother, Maya, passed away. The river had once been a sanctuary, a place of solace where Amara and Maya would sit and talk. She remembered those warm days by the water, days when her mother's laughter was a melody that resonated with the whispering trees, and life seemed untouched by sorrow. The river now seemed distant, its quietude almost palpable. Yet Amara had come back, compelled by the ancient stories her mother had shared. These tales, passed down through generations, spoke of the river as a gateway between the living and the spirit world, a realm where the boundaries of existence were blurred under the full moon's embrace. As Amara closed her eyes, she inhaled the crisp night air, letting memories wash over her. She saw herself as a child, running along the river's edge, her mother's hand warm and guiding. "Promise me, Amara," Maya had said, kneeling beside her one day. "Promise me, you'll always come back to this river when the moon is full." Amara had nodded with the innocence of youth, not fully grasping the gravity of such a promise. "Promise, Mama." Years had passed, promises had faded into the backdrop of everyday life, but tonight, Amara returned with a resolute heart. She had brought with her a basket filled with offerings, fresh flowers from their garden, a piece of incense, and a bowl of sweetened yams, Maya's favorite dish. These were not just offerings but tangible connections to the past, gifts intended to bridge the gap between the living and the spirit world. Amara kneeled by the water's edge, her heart pounding with anticipation. "I've come back, Mama," she whispered, her voice trembling with emotion. "I hope you can hear me." The night was still, the only sound the gentle caress of water against the shore. Amara placed the flowers in the river, watching them float downstream. The incense smoke rose in delicate spirals, mingling with the mist that clung to the water's surface. She kept her eyes on the river, waiting for any sign of her mother's presence. The river remained silent, its surface calm and unyielding. Amara whispered into the night, "Mother, I miss you. I miss you so much." Her voice cracked, the tears streaming freely now. "I wish I could see you again." The wind picked up slightly, carrying a chill that made Amara shiver. She thought she heard something, an almost imperceptible whisper on the breeze. Her heart leaped, but when she opened her eyes, the river was still, untouched by any otherworldly presence. Just as she was about to leave, a soft glow began to spread across the water. Amara froze, her breath catching in her throat as the light grew more intense, shimmering and dancing across the river's surface. Through the mist, she saw a figure emerging, a faint, ethereal glow that took shape as her mother. Maya's presence was bathed in the soft moonlight, her figure serene and radiant. She smiled just as she had when Amara was a child, her eyes filled with the warmth of a love that transcended time. "Mama," Amara whispered, her voice breaking with relief and joy. The figure of her mother did not speak immediately. Her presence alone was a balm to Amara's aching heart. But then Maya's voice, gentle as the evening breeze, drifted across the water. "Amara, my dear child, I am here." Overwhelmed with emotion, Amara fell to her knees. "I miss you so much," she murmured. "I don't know what to do without you." Maya's figure glowed softly, her smile unwavering. "Do not grieve, my child. I am at peace. I have always been with you, even when you could not see me." Amara's sobs were quiet now, her heart both aching and comforted by her mother's words. "I wish I could talk to you, like we used to." "You can," Maya's voice said, filled with calm certainty. "Our souls are always connected, Amara. The river is just a bridge, but love is forever. For a long moment, the two were together, separated by the river but united in a bond that defied the physical world. Amara felt the warmth of her mother's presence, a comfort she had yearned for so long. "I will never forget you," Amara whispered, her voice steady. "I promise." Maya's figure began to fade, the glow of the river dimming as the moment of connection passed. Her smile lingered, and her voice remained, carried softly on the wind. "And I will always be with you, my dear, until we meet again." As her mother's spirit disappeared into the mist, Amara stood up, feeling a deep sense of peace. The river had returned to its tranquil, moonlit state, the ethereal glow fading. Yet Amara knew that tonight, she had received a precious gift, a moment with her mother that would stay with her forever. She gazed up at the full moon, still bright and unyielding, and whispered a final thank you to the spirits of the river. With a heart full of love and serenity, Amara began her journey home, knowing that the bond with her mother transcended the physical world. The Moonlit River had revealed a profound truth, that love, even in the face of death, never truly fades. It only deepens and grows stronger. Under the light of the full moon, the river continued its eternal flow, carrying with it the voices of those who had crossed from one world to the next. As Amara walked away from the riverbank, the moon's glow still lingering on her face, she knew that her journey had been more than just a visit to a mystical place. It had been a reaffirmation of the enduring power of love, connection that transcends the boundaries of life and death. And as she looked up at the starry sky, she felt a sense of peace, knowing that her mother was watching over her, forever connected by the Moonlit River. What do you think of Amara's journey? Discuss your thoughts with other viewers in the comments.